When God created us, He gave us many blessings. One of these blessings was marriage and the ability to recreate. Genesis 1:28 says, "And God blessed Adam and Eve, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth, and subdue it." Unfortunately, Adam and Eve sinned, and it didn't take long for this blessing of marriage and recreation to be perverted. This perversion has resulted in many sexually transmitted diseases, one of which has been recently shown to be rising. According to the Centers for Disease Control, there are 20 million new cases of sexually transmitted diseases per year. A total of 110 million sexually transmitted disease cases are present every year. While AIDS is the most widely known about sexually transmitted disease, and the HIV virus is very dangerous, many other sexually transmitted viruses are also very harmful. The human papillomavirus has become of interest of late due to the increasing ties between acquiring this virus and many different types of cancer. Here are some of the statistics on the human papillomavirus, commonly known as HPV, from the Centers for Disease Control. It is the most commonly acquired and sexually transmitted infection. Almost all cervical cancer is caused by HPV. HPV is also linked to a number of other cancers. About 50% of vulvar cancer, 65% of vaginal cancer, 35% of penile cancer, 95% of anal cancer, and 60% of oropharyngeal cancers are linked to HPV. Oropharyngeal cancers are one of the types of cancer specifically noted to be on the rise. While many oropharyngeal cancers may be linked to chewing tobacco and smoking cigarettes, HPV is linked to over half of these cancers. Interestingly, Biomedical Central published an article in 2013 showing that oropharyngeal cancer, specifically linked to the human papillomavirus, is on the rise. How can a virus cause cancer? That is a question that many of us may be wondering. First of all, the virus will enter a skin cell, and in this skin cell, it generally attacks the basal membrane. Now, this basal membrane is where the dividing cells are. Once it attacks, the virus will insert genetic material into a weak spot in the DNA. Once in the DNA, the viral DNA can mess with the cellular gene expression. This may cause the cell to resist bodily control. A cell that has messed up gene expression may be resistant to destruction from the body if it is harmful. As a result, the cells can grow and can grow into tumors. I want to talk now a little bit about the reasons for the increase in the human papillomavirus. When talking about this virus, it is good to know that it is 4 times more likely to be found in men than women. That is an interesting statistic when considering that the human papillomavirus commonly resides in the cervix. Let us talk of some of the reasons why this may be the case. First of all, the human papillomavirus may be spreading. So there could be an increased concentration of the virus in the environment. The most likely reason for this would be promiscuity. Sexual promiscuity would mean having more than one sexual partner. As a result, if you have the virus, you would spread it to more than one person. The second and very common reason is oral sex. According to research done in 2005 and published in Pediatrics Journal, oral sex is quite popular among adolescents. The study showed that more adolescents have participated in oral sex compared to vaginal sex. It also showed that oral sex was viewed by young people as more acceptable to morals than vaginal sex and less dangerous to health. Another study in 2006 in the United Kingdom surveyed some high school students. It found that half of the young people surveyed had not yet had sex, and half had oral sex. Half of those who had had oral sex had not yet had vaginal sex. Results give clear indication as to why HPV is on the rise. While there is a vaccine for HPV, 75% of adults do not know that the HPV vaccine can prevent cancer. This may also play a part as to why oropharyngeal cancer may be increasing. It saddens me as to how perverted the sanctified union of marriage has become. And it is my goal to help young people understand the dangers involved in sexual promiscuity and participating in activities like oral sex. I hope that this has helped you understand some of the areas that young people need to be educated in.